Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a little while, but we have a new patch, and this is a big one. I have actually talked to a few content creators about this because I overslept and I got to it a little late, but we're going to read through everything and we're going to react to some of it. But I do have some insight into some of the changes, and apparently it is very meaningful. So let's begin with the Elden Ring patch notes version 1.14. Ooh-yee. So here we go. First thing, final boss balance adjustments. Well, I think I saw this one coming. Everybody was complaining, and for good reason. If you have seen some of the videos on Consort Radahn, it is a little bullshit the way the hitboxes work. So let's see if they actually fixed that. First up, change the attack pattern when the battle starts. We'll see what that means. Adjusted some attack moves. What is adjusted some attack moves? I'm guessing speed and maybe hitboxes. Decrease the damage of some attacks. Nice. Decrease the stamina damage of some attacks. Decrease the attack range of some non-weapon based attacks. Alright, so throwing like meteors or beams of deathlight at you. And improve the visibility of some attacks, which is very nice given the fact that a lot of computers were chugging along once he started his second phase. Now we move on to the PvP exclusive balance adjustments, and first up, decrease the damage of backhand blades against other players. The Smithscript Cirque's throwing attacks are not affected by this change, which is good, but it also really sucks because last night I literally made a video on how OP the backhand blades are, and I was gonna upload it today. I'm still gonna upload it. Unfortunately though, I'm gonna have to add a warning, a disclaimer at the beginning. Decrease the damage of Spear's dual-wield attacks against other players. Thank you, Lord Miyazaki. Very necessary still. I haven't used dual spears in a while, but even I've gone up against it plenty of times, even in the DLC. Decrease the damage of the Pata weapons against other players. This I know a little bit about, and apparently there is a solid decrease in damage, which I think it really needed, given the fact that it does have that combo, which is running heavy into heavy, and it also has so much range. So this might be a good one. We'll see. The spread crossbow will no longer cause the headshot damage motion when hitting another player, which is good. And if this happens to the crossbow, I think it might also happen to the Claws of Night. Which is the very next thing. I knew it! I'm a genius! Scattershot throw, decreased damage against other players. This skill will no longer cause the headshot damage motion when hitting another player. So this is very good. I did 1300 damage against people when I were point blank, which is not correct, and that was without the bleed. So yeah. Discus Hurl, decrease the damage animation value generated by this skill when hitting another player, which is fair enough. It's a very good Ash of War anyways, and it shouldn't rely on its damage. It should be more of an harassment tool in my opinion. Weed Cutter, which is the Ash of War on the Rakshasa, decrease the poise value of follow-up attacks when using the skill against other players. So the first hit has the same poise, but the second hit doesn't have, poise hyper armor. The second hit wouldn't have as much hyper armor. I mean, fair. I think that you shouldn't just be able to hit that button and then just mash your way through a fight. They still have the speed increase, which means that you will be able to roll catch certain people. So now that just gives people the ability to hit you back, maybe? I guess we'll see. General adjustments, so equipment, increase the attack speed of the uncharged version of the first heavy attack for the following weapon types. Give me a second. Increase the attack speed of the uncharged version of the first heavy attack for the following weapons. Oh, okay. Dagger, throwing blade, straight sword, great sword, colossal, sword, heavy, thrusting sword, curved sword, twin blade sword, katana, great katana, axe, flail, great spear, except the serpent hunter, halberd, reaper, whip, except the Arumi, hand-to-hand arts, and beast claw. That's a big change. That's a very potentially meaningful change. That needs to be tested thoroughly, and you know what that means? There's a whole new round on weapon videos for me. Thank you, Miyazaki, that's actually great. Let's see. After performing a left-handed attack with weapons of the Great Katana category, cancelling the subsequent attack using the right-hand weapon will now take longer. Ooh, I wonder if that also applies to certain Ashes of War, because I just made a video on how you can use this as a beautiful combo move. Hand-to-hand arts weapon types. Hand-to-hand arts weapon types increase damage, shorten the recovery time between some normal attacks and follow-up attacks. Interesting. Colossal sword weapon types increase the move distance when attacking. Yes! Increase the speed of the first normal attack. Colossals have more speed now. That's also very important. Ooh, I can't wait to test this out. Backhand blade weapon types decrease the attack speed of normal attacks from a crouching position, which is good because it was quite frankly so strong. But again, this is annoying because I have a video probably gonna come out tomorrow or the day after or some shit. But hey, I'll take the hit. It is good for the game. Small shield and medium shield weapon types. Increase the damage negation of some shields when blocking physical attacks. I wonder if that's going to bring some shields up to 100%. And increase the guard strength of some shields, which is very important. Now I'm very interested, because that might make certain shields that weren't all that good to begin with a lot better. It depends on the increase. It will now take longer to be able to cancel into most actions after performing one-handed normal attack with the Swift Spear. I didn't really use the Swift Spear all that much because the Swift Spear wasn't great. It will now take longer to be able to cancel, so that's a nerf to the Swift Spear. I never fought the Swift Spear once, so unless it's a super hidden gem, I don't know about this. Extended the Smith's Crypt Dagger's throwing attack range. That's lovely, we really want that. Increase the attribute scaling of Relana's Twin Blades for lower intelligence and fate attributes. Increase the attribute scaling, so you get more for less, I think. Relana's Cameo Talisman, and I actually do know a little bit about this. They reduce the delay before the damage enhancements activates and increase the damage enhancement. So I believe that they decreased the time from 1.7 seconds to 1 second, which is basically an increase of 45%, which is really good. Now, Relana's Camo Talisman wasn't really all that great, but now it might be. I really like the concept behind this talisman, and making it a proper active part of a build is great. Weapon arts. Light. Increased attack speed. Darkness. Increased attack speed? Wait, is this of... Okay, so that is the special weapons, the special straight sword. Increased attack speed is great, fantastic. Dynastic sickle play, I'm sorry. Reduced stamina consumption. Good. Increased poise damage of follow-up attacks. Good. Increase the movement distance of the first follow-up heavy. Even better, because people have a tendency to roll away when they see you come. Which, you know, who wouldn't, really? Who wouldn't roll away from that? I mean, a man just jerking it in the middle of the street. You roll away. Adjusted the damage animation recovery time when the second follow-up attack hits another player. Nice, I think. Shield Strike. Cancelling other actions to perform this weapon art will now take longer. Really? Shield Strike? Did we need that for Shield Strike? Moon and Fire Stance. Increase the light wave range poise damage and attack speed of the first stance normal attacks. Interesting. Increase the poise damage from the stance heavy attack. Adjusted the damage animation recovery time when a stance heavy attack hits another player. Cool. Devonious Vortex. Increased attack power. I suppose I can understand. Devonious Vortex takes a long time to spin up, and because of that, you need to get some reward from committing to it, so I agree. Extended the attack range of the Great Hammer Spin. Cool. Increased poise value and poise generation speed. Great, excellent, because now you can just stand there and tank a bit longer or earlier. Adjusted the damage animation recovery time when a charge attack hits another player. I don't know how much that is going to affect it. We'll see. Relana's Twin Moons. Increased the attack range of the first and the second attacks. Great. Reduced the knockback distance of the second attack. I don't agree with that. I like the knockback, but hey, whatever. Aspect of the Crucible Thorns. Increased attack power. That would be... Crucible Thorns. Is that a rolling one? Increase the attack power, stamina attack power against guarding enemies. The close range hitbox now follows the movement of the player. Aspect of Crucible Bloom. That really needed something. And you have increased attack speed, increased size of the hitbox, and shortened the recovery time between using this incantation and follow-up actions, which is fantastic, which is generally going to be rolling, I suppose. Divine Bird Feathers. This spell is garbage. Decrease the minimum delay between consecutive hits, so that's basically more damage quicker. It's more damage because it is quicker. It's not more damage, and they did increase the range, which is lovely. I would have also given it less stamina consumption, but hey. Furious Blade of Ansbach. Cancelling this incantation into rolls will now take less time. Good. Increased poise damage. Good. Increased enemy knockback distance. I mean, that's gonna make it look more epic, so yeah. Midra's Flame of Frenzy. Nobody really used this because they have the others, and I think it's still going to be the case, but let's see. Increased attack speed, which is needed. Increased Frenzy status build-up against enemies, which is needed. Decreased Frenzy status build-up when using this skill. Yeah, I mean, fine. Yeah, is it going to be used more? I doubt it, because it's basically still a worse version of a different spell, but hey. Bale's Flame Lightning. Increased attack power. Cool. Now, normally we skip the bug fixes, but I think there's a bunch of really important bug fixes, so we're going to go through those as well. Black Pyrofly's item will now appear correctly, don't care. Fixed a bug where performing a light greatsword heavy attack while jumping did not consume stamina. I didn't know about that, but that's good because the jumping heavy attack is fantastic. It is really good, and we don't want it to be too good. Fixed a bug where the unintended weapon skills could be used when equipping the ballista in the left hand. I know about that. Fixed a bug that causes critical damage dealt to Tailu the Golem Smith when using certain weapons to be lower than intended. Is that a boss? I don't know who Tailu the Golem Smith is. I guess I forgot about it. Fixed a bug that prevented the player from acquiring runes when an enemy was killed while holding a shield. Fixed a bug where casting Inescapable Fence incantation using the Staff of Great Beyond would cause the hitbox to be generated incorrectly. Fixed a bug where whiffed backstabs with a Pata weapon had a smaller fist hitbox than intended. That's good. That's technically a buff, although it's not really a buff that you want. Fixed a bug where some attacks of the Lizard Greatsword weren't registered as strike attacks. Oh yeah, because it is a strike weapon. Fixed a bug with the Euporia, could increase the attack power of other weapons. Yeah, that's something that I was going to test out a little in a few days, but I never got to it, and now I can't. It is what it is. Fixed a bug where the power of some weapon skills of the right-handed folks changed depending on the level of weapon equipped in the left hand. Fix the bug where the enchantment effects of certain skills were being applied to some attacks that did not use weapons. Fix the bug that could cause incorrect player motions to be performed while using lock-on for the following skills: Wild Strikes, Spinning Strikes, and Unending Dance. I don't know what they are thinking about here, but whatever. Fix the bug that causes Rolling Spark's skill to go through some terrain. I don't know. I feel like that's fine. I feel like that's absolutely fine. Rolling Sparks got nerfed so hard into the ground that it's basically useless. So, leave it in, please, FromSoft. Fix the bug where some attacks of Bale's Tyranny, ooh, incantation did not hit multiple enemies. Bale's Tyranny is incredible for dealing with ganks. Well, it would be if it wasn't for the fact that it was bugged and could only hit one enemy. Well, guess what? It's back, baby, properly this time, and ganks should watch out. It does an amazing amount of damage. Fix the bug where Godfrey's Icon Talisman did not apply to some skills, spells, and incantations. Thank you! We have to test if this actually works, because they have said that stuff before, but we need to make sure that it works. Fix the bug that prevented the player from becoming translucent when Creeper's Vile Talisman is equipped and Unseen Form spell is used. This has only been there since the beginning of the game. Finally, they fixed a 2.5-year bug. Fix the bug where the hitboxes of some attacks of Relana Twin Moon Knight were different than intended. Oh, that's unfortunate. Hitboxes of some attacks. I believe they are referring to the fact when she throws blue lasers at you with her sword in her second phase. If you move all the way up to her, she can't hit you. That sucks, really, because I kind of like that. I really like that. I know it doesn't make any sense, but it was so much fun. Fix the bug where the leave option could not be selected in the inventory menu for some equipment, yada yada yada, some graces. Fix the bug in some areas where the invasion spawn in position was different than intended. This is important, and we don't know if they actually fixed all of them. There are a lot of different invasion spawns that just suck. They just suck. And some are even instant death if you get spawned inside of a mountain, if you get stuck somewhere and you do a jump and then you just die. So hopefully they fix them. Fix the bug where the displayed name of certain areas was different than intended. Fix the bug which under certain circumstances the combat state was not released after defeating an invading NPC. I mean, that's a good change. They needed to fix that. I never experienced that though. Fix the bug that prevented some effects from not being displayed correctly. Fix the bug where the Watchful Spirit incantation attacks were sometimes invisible to other players in multiplayer, which is important, but hey, nobody ever used Watchful Spirit anyways. Fix the bug where the effects of some tools and incantations were not correctly applied when trying to deflect or cancel. Several performance improvements and other bug fixes. I wonder if they actually fixed the Mikola's headband bug that is supposed to increase damage on the orbital laser but never did. I wonder if they fixed that. Corrected a description error in the game's credits that was incorrectly added in patch 1.12. I don't think anybody really cared about that. Cool. Anything else that is important? In the PC version, the message inappropriate activity detected may appear without cheating. To fix this issue... Oh, yeah. No. Who cares about that? So, let's summarize. Quicker heavy attacks for basically every weapon. Ultras is going to have, or Colossal Swords, are going to have quicker R1s. Ooh. That is going to be interesting to test out. So the meta might change, and it might change... Well, the meta might not change, but the feel of the game is going to change quite drastically, I think. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I did this all in one goddamn take. Are you proud of me? Please subscribe, because I want to be rich and famous. And now, I'm going to bid you adieu. Goodbye.